And we are live. So, Tiles of Confusion for the 16th of October 2020, and we are getting pretty close to the end of the season, basically. This will also be my 100th match of the season, so huzzah! We've done 100 matches and I've got about 400 points. Well, that's assuming I don't lose a bunch here. It does appear as if the game has started without me, just looking at the logs, so I will probably spectate that if we don't get another couple of people in. But anyway, how are people doing? Also, I have not popped out of the chat properly, so that's on me. Okay, all set up now. Right, we have 10 in the lobby. We have currently 3 people queued up for a second game. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to turn off auto match making. I kind of turned that on by default an hour before these things start, so we can have a match in case there is a delay. But we already have 3 players ready, just waiting on one more after Larry and Prospero, and myself, obviously. And there's Rumi. Okay, let's get a game started then. Random seatage. Begin. Round 100. Let's see whether it's going to be plus, minus, or whatever. The only real goal for the end of this is to not have Mono double my points, but I'm not sure how viable that plan is if I played as I did yesterday. Or last week, rather, not yesterday. Though yesterday was bad as well. So importantly, not overplaying, and just seeing what comes up and taking advantage of whatever does. No, I did not. Okay, starting dealer. One Dora. Hands not too bad. Start with North. Three pairs. Got a good Tanyo attack here if we wanted to go for it. Though we can keep drawing honor tiles, who knows. The question is, will we draw that 6? No, we'll try red first. Puts us a little bit of risk here, having gone 4, but I think we can go aggressive with this if we wanted to. Nice bit of dealer aggression. Rumi is spamming the emotes, which he is want to do, I'm sure. Alright, south. Yeah, we'll go aggressive here. We are starting dealer. I'm just going to try and push for the quick Tanyo repeat. Or if nothing else, put a bit of pressure on the other players. I'll see. The problem is all my pairs are middle, with the exception of the 8th pin, so... But that's not a bad draw. Okay, well that puts us Shanton. Fortunately on a 1-4, which might be awkward depending on how we draw things. I've drawn another Dora. That actually is probably worse at the moment, unless we can make something happen with that, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna risk that, but now we're gonna have to work around this. And we just go straight into Sumo. For Sumo and 1 Dora. Alright, so 2,000 points. I assume they're on something from the emotes, and obviously 3 middle tiles off the start. I assumed it was suit purging, but apparently just going for a quick canned. Or it was already pretty much tempo. Okay. But we're only 500 points down from the second place, so nothing massively lost, I guess. Certainly had worse dealer turns. And 2 North's been played, we'll just follow up with that in a moment. Once we have other things that we don't care about. Good draw. 79 Sanch Q is a thing. Chanter Sanch Q is a thing, maybe. Okay. Sanch Q. So drawing 7 would be ideal. In fact, 8 pin 7, so ideal. I'll just give ourselves that 2-sided pin fu. So Riichi, Chanter, Sanch. Well, actually, it wouldn't be Chanter. Riichi, Sanch Q. However, would still be 3. Pin fu gives us 4. White Dragon gives us 5. And we do have 1 Dora. So this is a great hand if we pull off the exact sequencing here. A little bit off, but you never know. Could happen. 8 pin played across us. We need one of those. Might just risk the 5-man here. Oh, maybe we don't. Okay, North. So Sanch Q is still what we would like to do, but now we're less sold on the idea. Less sold on forcing the idea, anyway. Okay, Rumi's played a middle 5. That's got to be a tempo indicator. Prospero's also played a low 7, which could also be that as well. My Dragon's not safe, but we've now drawn Dora. Yeah, we're going to follow up with the 5s then. So we can use our White Dragons as our pair. Hopefully draw another Dora. Can't do anything else with it because of the 1-3 on the side of it that we discarded, but... Alright, Larry reaching on the 2-man. Which is awkward. We can save for 1 turn. See what Rumi wants to do first. Match for discard. So we can match discards here. We can go 9, we can go 8 here. We're quite a long way from forcing anything at this stage, so I think we're just going to follow up the 9. Alright, Rumi's got something. He wouldn't have forced that live white at this stage if he didn't have it, so we're going to use for 2 turns of safety though. Buy ourselves a little time, see what happens. Oh, he had a pair as well. So still a little bit of a risk, but I guess he figured that nobody else was going for it. Problem with our hand at the moment, we are getting quite close to tempo again, but this 5-man is awkward. Because we played that in response to Rumi rather than in response to Larry, so it's not safe to him. 8's also not guaranteed to be safe either. 8 might be deceptive. So I think we do fold here and play a 7. There's an outside chance we can make it with 2 more draws, but I feel that playing the 7-8 at this stage is going to be better for us. Especially since we now have outs. So, 1 more draw. Larry did not get the Ipatsu, so it's just on whether anybody else will deal into him. Actually, no, he can still get Ipatsu. It'll be a Haite anyway. And also, I say Ipatsu, I mean Sumo. So, Prospero's debating in the last discard, so he's obviously got a Tenpai consideration. I think if he's playing a free, maybe not. Free was played by Ruby a couple of turns earlier. Yeah. So pair weight, 5-8. Well, I mean, it's still a 30k game. Nobody has broken that threshold yet, and we're into East 3. So I mean, if you picked up the draws, I don't know if it was a bad reach. I didn't see how many were left, I guess. Okay, so 2-3-4 Sanshikyu is a thing we could be trying for here. So, I mean, Tampin Sanshikyu Dora sounds like just the hand we need at this point in the game. But we need to draw that free pin. Then we need to draw... Well, we need 3 more draws to make that happen, but 4-so is awesome in this situation. 1-so is not the worst. Do I give up on this now and get up to 2-4, or do I try for things? I'm gonna play the 3. We're not gonna bank on it, but I feel that that's a safer option at this stage. We can go for... See, if we go 2-4, that we might have been better in terms of the number of outs left, but... Okay. That's actually not the worst for us here, because 5's also can be played against Rumi. So, Ishanten, waiting on 3 or 5 for our 4-7 wait. Do we reach pin through 1? Over that, we're going to go for a 3-10 trap, doing the 6, I suppose, for the 3. Same odds on both of them with none of them played. It's just whether somebody will be willing to play a 5 or a 3. So we'll aim on the 3. Okay. Guess that means we aim on the 5 then, because we're going to have to play both of them. Well, again, it depends what we actually draw for this, in all honesty. But I'm assuming we're going to get the 4-7 more than we're going to get these two. Although I suppose it's the same number of each. Same odds, I guess. Just one of them leads to a pin through, one of them does not. Triplet of the 2s doesn't actually help us, but we'll play one from our hand. So still Ishanten. All my outs are actually 2 7s have gone. That makes this a little less likely now. Pair of 6s. Don't think that changes anything from our perspective though, so we'll play out a 6. Alright, 7 more draws. Oh, that is not a great draw right now. I think we're still going to go for it. I'm not going to fold until the last, until the end of second row, I think, if we're going to do that. And even then, this is probably worth holding on to as long as we've got safe tiles. Now I have to consider what Rumi's doing. So 1 pin probably means it is a Honitsu of some kind. Could be an outside hand. Gonna force Fedora though. Reach on a 2. Something you might want, but I think this is our best shot to try and rattle it. So it's a closed 5. It's closed 5. This is unlikely to pay off, but I'm hoping I can force a fold here. Pick up the draws, and if the worst comes to it, I have at least a reach and 1. Okay, double CG. But I don't think anyone's playing a 5 against me here. By going Dora into that, I don't know, does that seem to devalue the hand, or does that suggest I've got something? Well, either way, 2 more draws for us to try and win it on our merit. And we'll see. White Dragon could be a fold, because that was a play by Larry a couple of turns ago. Actually, no, that was a fold, the last one. So not useful to him in any way, shape, or form. Playing out the 3 again. That's a safe tile to us. So Larry calls. Playing a risky 4-pin. That might bring Rumi back into it, actually, because we know he's on a dot weight of some kind. Last draw. Nope. So, and Larry plays East, and the final draw. This card is Prospero with a 1-so. So, Larry repeats the dealership. I was more worried about what Ruby's done. Officially, Prospero also had a possible Honitsu hand here. This is interesting. So we've got double Dora, and we have bonus tiles. And the hand is really well connected. So, hopefully we can get one of the middle bits there. Hopefully get an east early. And we shall see. Yeah, 6 is the least tile right now, so yeah. Might play the green here as well, just because that gets this out of the way, but that's our tile secured. I'm going to play green. Still a chance we can use the 2. But this is more just sort of an East Dora free attack. Okay. So there's a chance we can go into a free weight, which isn't the best, but we'll see. And obviously, upside, I draw the last one, I get into a the 5-man weight, I guess. Not going to do that. That is actually a great draw for us. That opens up a few options. Oh, I don't like the pushing, but I'd say 3 pin for Tempai, but that's a big attack from Larry. Can't play the 3-pin out, which means we're probably going to end up being on a 3-pin weight, whichever we do here, but if we can sneak a 2-5. Just beat on that Dora. See what happens. Oh, that's got potential. Ball's dodgy against him, I guess, but it depends whether he's on Toito or he's on the Honitsu. I think playing the early 7 means he's not, but somebody is not tracking things, are they? So yeah, Toito Dora. So Prospero deals in. No, unless Prospero had a monster hand and we had 2 Dora, so we had indicator of where Dora were. Might have been a bit overly aggressive here. So alright, Larry has broken the threshold though. So Larry is now in prime seat. He just needs to hold out for the game. So we do not have a good hand this time compared to last anyway. So north. Keep the west for the off chance. We got that. Pair of souths, you never know, might be useful. Dora. Alright, play our west out. Yeah, hand is yeah, not great. Still. Plenty of improvability. Connectivity into that, so I suppose high end now we've got a 4-5-6 Pinfu. Pinfu Sanchikyu at least. This is, I mean, we dream about Sanchikyu a lot here, even more than we do Itsu most of the time, but it's still worth considering. Gonna throw out red now, it's turn 5. Who's got it? Yeah, Prospero does. Not interested in that. Not really interested in a 7 either, but we're gonna keep it. Marginal upside, go for the 2-4-6 and hope that we can get some inhibits. We now have 2 safe tiles for the rest of the game, so we'll see what happens. Most likely, if we were to progress this hand optimally, swapping to the Paradoras, but maybe it's worth doing that now. Let's force the 7-man. One was just played. We don't particularly need it right this second. Rumi does, though. So, Rumi's definitely more of a factor in this, I think, than Prospero with his call. But, we'll see. So, I think we're now cutting the south for our 2 safe turns. Yeah, Dragon only. So a nothing hand to move the game on. Yeah, but we're definitely more concerned with Rumi's call. Alright, this is reasonable. Would have preferred to have some Dora, but you can't have everything of a starting hand. So possible Yupeiko. In fact, probable Yupeiko if we're going to end up with this way anyway. Okay, what do I want to do? Cut the one mat, so, and hope we connect something in the middle. Not going to call the first dragon. Going to hold off on that. We might get 2 safe tiles later as well. Also, green is currently our pair, so yeah, fine. There's another one. So yeah, there's a quick attack to try and become dealer, but we're also trying to not lose the dealership as well here. Okay, now we'll play the 3-pin. So we have 4 pairs. This gives us a few other options with this hand, really. We can go green dragon into a 7-weight. We can go, hopefully draw something in the middle, move this on. We still have potentially just the normal Pinfu style hands, although paired greens. But we'll see. 6-pin. That's actually not the worst. See, we'd lose 1 for not having the Yupeiko, but puts us enchanted if we can get that 5 so. Prospero will pause. Gets rid of his own 5, so we're going to go 3 here. We see 2 east, so we know this is fine for later. I'm just, again, trying to prioritize tiles that might be tricky later. I don't think we see 2 of those, but... So, 2 7-pins left if we want the ideal weight here. Oh, that's not a bad draw, actually. Gives us potential options. Seven min though solves a lot of our problems. Well, solves a lot of how this hand's going to improve problems anyway. Meanwhile, just keeping an eye on what people are indicating at the moment. So Larry's got rid of a pair of 4s, but ultimately that was his first fold, and there's that. So I don't think Larry's quite there yet. 8 isn't usually a tempo indicator. Middle 5 from Rumi would be. He's played a 3 as well. He's probably close. Oh, another 3 pin. Little dodgy, but... I'll take it this time. Largely because we can try and bluff that as a tempo indicator, although we've lost a lot of value with this hand now. So we'll start on our 5-8, just see if we can nab a dealer turn here. You can argue what the difference is between that call and the one we could have made on turn 2, and I think this one was a more definite call. And being just naturally later in the game, it's going to help other people kind of fold towards it, and Prospero actually just gives us the win with middle 5. I mean, not a lot of value here either, but, you know. You won 1100, I won 1000. I put myself into 2nd place. Still a long way behind Larry. But back to South Round and back to the dealership. What can we do from here? We've hit 2 Dora. Hit a few... Oh, we hit 3 Dora, actually. This is a good start. Unfortunately, it's not a good start that allows us to call things, but this could be... This could be a game-winning hand here. We'll see. Alright, Rumi going with quick attack east and south round. So, playing a 7-4, I'm assuming he's got a heavy Terminal's Hand, or he's just got an easy Pinzu Honitsu. Which is a pain, but we'll see how that develops. That's okay. That actually helps us out towards something here, though. It looks like we might have to get rid of one of the red 5s. We've got a possible Itsu as our plan here, although again, that would get rid of this red 5. And Pinzu is the worst in terms of what we think Rumi's on. Alright, that felt bad, but I had to know that early whether that was going to be a problem. He's still playing Sozu. So yeah, we've identified his hand, but by playing that then, we forced the issue then, rather than later on when we just could not get rid of it. Now we have a potential of just getting out of here with an Itsu or something else. Maybe being able to go Pinfu, who knows. Still going to aim as if we're going to get. We got the 9s for our pair, 2 loose tiles. So basically all we need is 2 draws and we can get ourselves to the magical position. That's actually not a bad counter draw. And we know that 5's going to be safe against him. So, maybe. Maybe. Depends if we get south. If we get south, we can counter this. At least with something. If not, this is a hand that's going to destroy us as dealer, so... Interesting. What do we fear? What, in fact, do we fear from this hand? We're going to go possible Itsu. So, south 9, possible Itsu. We've lost another Dora doing this, but I feel this is fine. Ah, okay. That might be it for our chances here. It would be the epitome of greed to try and force the 4-pin. I don't think that's good either. Yeah, against free calls, I feel that he's extremely aggressive. What's annoying here is I should really, by all rights, try and push against this, but I'm not going to be able to. Hello. Not to my knowledge. Well, actually, probably I'm currently not, because I've not done any events on Soul in a while. If Rumi Sumos, I basically lose 4,000. If Prospero wins, could be anything. I'm kind of hoping the Prospero just deals into Rumi here, in all honesty, in terms of things. Although that puts me to 3rd. So it's still not ideal here. I mean, Rumi could be on the South 9. If he had, actually, we don't know he's got double Yakuhai, but if he had a pair of Souths, it'd be much more likely to go in on the off-wind for Honitsu 3 calls away. So, another Honor pair seems to make sense in what he's got. So, yeah, he might have a pair of Souths. Unfortunately, we've got multiple attackers now, which is a pain. But that probably means points are more likely to go elsewhere than against me, I suppose. Oh, it wasn't in that. We can play a White Dragon here. We have safe tiles to the end of the game now. But yeah, I reckon it's south. Could have got the Itsu across, but again, the 4-pin is far too dangerous to get rid of here. 8-pin's a live tile with what he's been playing there, having a 6-7. Yeah, we're not going to play that. 9 we can play safely. So Rumi did not sumo on the last, playing an 8-pin. Yeah, Prospero with the Haite. Assuming Larry doesn't deal in here. Oh, for God's sake. What was your weight? I mean, 2-5. Okay. Well, at least the Mungan I reckoned I was going to lose anyway, but fine. Alright, so no dealer turns left, 15 behind the leader. Close battle to second though. And 2 Dora. Also have a triplet of whites in hand, which is always a nice place to start. And 2 tiles that have just helped us on towards something. I mean, even assuming this is a starting hand, I'm not sure Honitsu is necessarily the way to force this. But white double Dora. Reach is basically Mungan. Rumi, though, just going for a quick dealer attack, which makes sense. He's got points to make up, 1,500 of them. Red 5. A little awkward, but we might play on with that, because if we can get... We have 2 draws. If we get something connected to this, even a pair of those, we can go 1, 4, and get there. Because pair one of those, and fine. Meantime, though, we're just going to be punished for a random 7 pin rather than a 1-so. But, free Dora now. This is good enough. Yeah, I think even taking this open, so we're now going for Dragon Dora free. And just take the Mungan off somebody. So 6-9, waiting on a 5-pin pair weight then. Nice. Okay, well that was ideal. We're now in a 7-9. We also have the ability to Khan the dragons, I suppose, so let's not go nuts here. We might still Khan here. Alright, 6-pin. Couldn't take that anyway. And Rumi's just going to see him ahead of us. Okay, unfortunate, but that was the comeback hand and we did hit it. So 1,500 repeat. Those are Washizu Mahjong tiles in the thumbnail. East. So 1,500 down. How do we make up that? Yeah, probably not with this hand in all honesty. Best shot is actually hoping that we get a Panaman when Larry's dealer for a comeback, but we shall see. At this point, it's far more important to concentrate on the fact that we're only 4,000 from second. Evening, Carol. Okay, Prosper on the attack again. Let's see. Well, Jimmy's got a bonus tile actually, but if not, he might have gone out of sequence for that. He did go out of sequence for that. Debating it though. Alright. Not going to take this. Fine. Indeed, noon mono. Good draw. But we've been brought on 2 calls. I'm not sure we're going to have a lot of time for this, but we'll progress where we can. Okay, dealer reach on the 8-man. And we have 0 that is safe against this reach. Okay, let's see what Prospero does first. Plays a live red dragon. Okay, what? Prospero had to have a Honitsu, surely. Except that we can see 2 of the door over there, so... Well, good news is we're up to 3rd. Bad news is, yeah, we've now got a bit more to make up here. So we now need a buyman. No dealer turns left. And also got to worry about Prospero. I guess I would take 3rd if it came to it, but, yeah, also not a bad hand. Just, it's more for quick attacks rather than anything. Oh, it's tricky. I wouldn't say crud. Oh, actually, you can't hear me. But no, he's in an okay position. I'm hoping that Larry doesn't overplay this because he's been playing really well since he got that initial win and has just been kind of playing safe enough to just maintain it. So that's really what you have to do at this point. Okay, not going to take the first north. We might take the second one. Let's just throw some honor tiles here. So how do we get this anywhere? Draw the 4, cut, honor tile for something. Or maybe get a pair of 5s. A pair of 5s would be useful. 2 greens have been seen. I mean, there's a couple of basic variants you can sort of play, but on some level, it's just learning the Yaku. We also have Kyril and... Unfortunate. Kyril and Lily currently queued up. So we need 2 more for a game if that so happens. And if more people are queuing up and not telling me, just give me a nudge and I will get that game started. Okay, East comes out. 2-man we've already played. We are still 4 from anything at this stage. How far are we behind? 1,500. Okay. Well, we'll keep it on that basis. Play the white. So 1, 2. Let's see. Yeah, this one's probably going to end reasonably soon, you'd think, although we are in second repeat. Well, at this stage, I don't think you need to worry about that, sir. I've tanked 150 points in the last 3 games I've played on this, so I don't think rank matters at this stage. At least not from the perspective of who the closest challenger was up to this point. I think I've got to take this. Yeah. I've got to take this because I don't want Larry gaining more points, largely because I need to try and get a chance at second, and him getting more is probably hazardous to that attempt. Oh, okay, fine. Another 2-man. 4 is not a good place here. I should have really got 4 first, but we'll keep on with things. Oh, is that game? That might be game. Yeah, that's game. Alright, free hand, 58, and I will take a 3rd place finish. So, I haven't lost a full 150 points in the last 3, but I've probably lost 120 with that. Oh boy. The only hand I dealt into was about 1,000 points. Good game, Brody. Alright. So, Mono is too scared to go in a battle with Lily and Kyril, but I am not. I am going into this one. Alright. Full on game here. Let's go. Full power game. It can. The only way is down. The only way is down. Indeed. Indeed. Well, Lily, I secretly suspect, is probably one of the better players on this thing. And Mono certainly has absolute fear of Lily. I've learned that in the last couple of games. He just refuses to play games with her. Alright, so we hit a reasonably good starting hand. Yeah, we're going to go aggressive here. We're starting north. I'm not in the mood to mess around at this stage. We're also slightly on tilt from the last game, so let's see what we can do. So we're one call from Tenpai, but not that one. We could... I mean, Honitsu's not a bad force here, I suppose. Honitsu, East, 1352. Yeah, take the call for Tenpai. So, winning on a 6-0. So, main plan here is to go to my usual tournament tactics of just going for quick hands and just trying to close games out as quickly as possible for no value. Oh dear, nonsense is apparently happening on that other table. It started before the other ones did, so... I've no idea how long ago it started beforehand, but we'll see. Alright, debating. So we can go back a step here, and... Okay, we're gonna go back a step. Awkward, but I didn't want to play my 5 into that. So I'd rather keep the value. Mind you, we're going to then play a 7, so goodness knows. There's only a slight comeback. 15 to 42. No worries. Alright, Mono reaches across. That is awkward, but we have 2 safe tiles against this if we wanted to hold out. And I think we want to hold out. So we'll play our Wests and see what happens. Oh, hold on. I mean, Mono is in reach, so I suppose this isn't the end of the world, but I'm still gonna wait for him. Alright, restore. Also, it also bought me some valuable time to think about things, but we'll see. Alright, so Lily has dealt into a 3-4 pair weight. Reach simples. 26. Which counts as a couple of quick hands that were on there. I mean, admittedly I counted myself because until I drew that red 5, I was probably in for just the quick attack, but with 2 calls against Lily. Okay. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this one. 5-pin. Let's play the Mono game. Yeah, this is extremely nice. I mean, there's a chance this can go to Yakuman. If I get the right pulls here, this goes to Yakuman. Mono, do you want to give me another one? Come on, Mono, give me another. Oh, too bad. Oh well. I'm going to deal into somebody in a stupid manner, but I love this. This had to be done. This had to be done. Come on. All honors, Yakuman. I've never pulled off an all honors. Green or north? Come on. Alright, silence in the chat. It's in the chat. Okay. 9 pin. Downside is this means I'm going to have to give up on... going to go for one angle over, but... oh boy. I don't think this is going to work, but you know, gotta be tried. Well, there's options here. All the souths, all the norths, still potentially. Yeah, maybe this is just pure greed, but I don't think there's any scenario where I don't play this. All right, we'll follow up on the south here. That means Mono's going for something, though. 2 souths played. Darn it. Reaching the 5. Well, I can follow up safety here. Ah, okay. Well, had to be attempted. Maybe I could have gone for a normal Honitsu with that, but I don't think anybody in their right mind would not be looking at the acumen from there. Ah well. We need one more for another game to start up. Currently Prospero Sailor and Yarok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, we're not going for that. There we go. Alright, so starting up another game. Well, Mono picks up a triplet of... no, I pick up a triplet of 7, so this is the Chi. And we've drawn all useful tiles thus far. Which in its own way is a little worrying. There we go. Finally fixed it. Not interested in the Khan this early in the game. Not interested in that. And there's another 4. Okay, play the white. So we've got north as a potential option here. We've got rid of 2 4s plus a 4 there, so that... I don't know, 5's a little dodgy. We can go into a pair weight if we're fortunate enough here. Go north 8. Well, we'll see. We have a multitude of safe tiles to mono, though. Reach on the 8 north. Yeah, sure. We're up against a single call, so I think this is fine. I'm also riding a bit of momentum. We'll see. Well, I say momentum. I didn't actually pick up that win. Mono did, but you know. Let's just see how this goes. Put the current points leader on some pressure and do not allow him to stay in the dealer position where we can help it. Wow, we hit a referee with that. We must have hit a referee. I don't think I had anything else. Yeah. Alright, we hit hit mono with a Mungan. We'll take that. Okay. Can we have a game without us drawing a ton of honor tiles? I don't know. I don't know. We seem to have an affinity for them this game. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, not much I really need to worry about here. We just go for how it goes. Triple it west if we need them for safety. See if we can pair up anything useful here. See, one east already. Carol's debating on the second discard, which is interesting. Yeah, follow up east. Okay, so that's a good draw. So that gives us a Yakuhai that we can potentially go into. Gives us our pair for the moment. And we just hope to develop on the rest of things. 2 1s have gone. Makes this a little less likely. We could go aggressively for this, but I think we'll hold off. That might come back to haunt us here, because there's only one of those left on the one side, so we'd have to rely on the 4, and one of those is gone as well. So I think we might just be killing the 2-3 as we progress. Okay. Well, this gives us other options. We could potentially go into just the Toy here. Or just take whatever win happens to come to us here. Yeah, okay. Toy. Toy and also 7 pairs. Reach is an option here. South still alive, 3 still alive, 6 pin still alive, 7 man still alive. I mean, it could go to a different Yakuman. Not impossible. I think, though, we would call for Toy if they got the option here, especially if South was first. Okay, can't do anything with that. We can play safety against this, if we want to. We can play 9 for the moment. Okay, safe tile acquired. Interesting. Ishanten for my second Yakuman of the night. Well, I only have one more draw for it, so goodness knows. South, 6 pin, 7. Six pin, 7 man for a Yakuman. No, red. I have no more draws left, so I can't get a Yakuman. But we can potentially 6 pin, 7 man somebody. That's why you reach. That is why you reach. Because there's no additional value I can gain. I am not folding this hand. And we get Toy Sananko, Hanuman, direct hit of mono. That is why we reach. Yeah, there's basically no reason I was folding that hand in that position. So, why not reach? and I gain the maximum benefit out of that. But again, I missed my Yakuman. No, it's not a Yakuman. Because I needed 4 concealed triplets, and technically there were only 3 in my hand, and 1 that was just got by mono discarding the last tile for it. But yeah, the Riichi Sananko Toy Toy plus 1 was Hanneman, so yeah, that was correct. We've also put mono into last place, which is a plus. Yeah, it's just all triplets and free calls. So yeah, if I would have self draw, it would have been Yakuman. But because obviously I wanted to maximize the points, assuming I didn't get it, and with mono discarding what he draws, there was a chance. That was our best bet. Otherwise, we'd have ended up with a much lower value hand. We have discarded a triplet of dragons, which is a little depressing, but we got a Yakuman, so we've had our jam for the moment. Well, Yakuman Senpai. Nearly 2, as mentioned. So, high hand here is probably going to be a 2-3-4 Sanchiku. We'll follow up on the 8 pin after Kyrill's call. So, Kyrill's now in a solid second. Quite a long way back. So, our big priority is to try and deny points on the board. And just stay... Okay. So, Ishanten for just Sanchiku. Sanchiku Renshan. So, we'll take it. Whenever you have a chance to call for the win, go for it. Well, call for a win, go for it. Ooh, okay. That massively diminishes my chances of getting the call for the win if there's 2 of them over there, but hey. Also potentially just get rid of the 1s and try and cut out that, go for a Tanyo instead, but... But we don't want Kara having a big win, which I think is the thing. All right, we'll hold that off. We got 2 more safe tiles against everybody if we need them. Do we think the 2 would pass that? Don't know. We were holding off the 1, but there's a chance somebody else could have had that. Well, we'll take the win if it comes off, but... Okay, 5s are all gone. 8s are gone. Ah, okay. Fine. You can have 3,200 points from that. But I didn't have a lot of good options after 2 calls. Not the 7th, so anyway. Alright, well that's fine. We move the dealer turn on. We are into South round. We have a pair of Souths. We have Adora. Start of a red. Mono is also no longer in last place. We'll discard another red. This is going to get depressing where it's continually draw dragons. We south on 2 Dora though, so this isn't the worst hand for us to try and go for. There is some high aggression going on this table. Which is exactly what you want to see when you're dealer in last place. It happens. Right, I'm only playing the 7, so that gives us an option here at least. Oh, this is a fun game. I love it. It's got to have done somebody. No. The thing is, we have South and Toot free Dora, so I'm not folding this. South and free Dora. If a 6-man gets played, I'm absolutely, yeah, I'm in bank. This is game winning. Although I am admittingly far enough ahead that I shouldn't be attacking like this, but you know, if a 6-man gets played now, that is game. Preferably it gets played by mono, but you never know. Safe to mono. 5, oh boy. I have Tenpai. And we take the win. I had South Dora free. Why make this hand bigger? No idea. Honestly, I shouldn't have got that far, but having committed, I had to do everything I could to win. It's kind of a thing in poker that does happen a lot, in my opinion. But if you get to the stage where you are committed to a hand, or you have put that much money in the pot, that much risk, you might as well stay in on the off chance that you do the other guy's bluffing. So, well, my translation of that in this game is I had made free calls, so I had no chance of making any safety plays for the rest of the game. So given that, my best bet was to take the additional draw and try and win the game immediately. Now, I did two things that I recommend you don't generally do here, but carting from the lead is usually a bad idea because it adds value to the table, which is true. But again, the back tip was it was a redraw. I was in Tenpai. I could draw my winner. They were still out, so yeah. It wasn't necessarily the best of intentions, and I shouldn't have let myself get to that stage given my lead. But yeah. I said we've gone very, very aggressive this game, and honestly, yeah, it's working. There's an argument we've gone too aggressive, but it is working. I'm going to throw the 1-man here, because I think the 1 pins are a slightly more useful pair for us. Might still end up getting rid of the 1-2 here, we'll see, but okay. So I have 3 closed weights, one of which has a Dora. One of which is the Dora indicator, of course, so that makes the 7-5 a bit less likely. But we'll see. South played. But I think with a 28,000 lead, we are safe to just about anybody. We're also the last dealer, so... So picking up safe wins where we can, but yeah. Trying to steal victory. Alright, Carol's hesitating. Probably means he's close, if not there. We have 2 safe tiles against him. So yeah, we are naturally going to downgrade our hand against Carol here and just see if we can work around what he's doing. He's played 0 Sozu. That being said, Mono's played quite a lot against him. 9 had no pause, so 9 should be fine. He's played East. And yeah, I think we're just hoping to get to the end of this and just have Mono no longer be the dealer. Largely because we don't want Mono to be the dealer. That pause is on me, so that's fine. Gives us a few more safe tiles. And we have Reach. So we can reach for a 7-so and try and shake Mono off the point. This seems like aggressive, but I'm going to go for it. hell weight on the 7. Could you please put the chat up on your screen? It should be up. Why is it not showing? I mean, Riichi, I've got some time to do this. No, chat box is apparently working. Yeah, it just needs to refresh, apparently. Oh well. Yeah, so it was there, just for whatever reason it wasn't refreshing. Sorry for that. So those were all the comments that happened in the game, but nothing related to what was actually happening with that. Anyway, so Kairo's counter-reached us with a better weight. Mono has counter-reached us with a better weight. Lily might just have game over here. We'll see. Yeah, I wasn't aware it wasn't working. Sorry. I never normally do anything that involves touching it, so... Oh, I'm surprised that passed. We're all in silly weights. I know this, but we'll see which is the most silly weight. Last discard. Green dragon, so we're not dealing in. That's the important bit. That, however, has dealt into Kairol, who has got a Mangan Plus. And that might be game. 8,000. GG. No, not quite. 400 points for Lily, though. Oh, this has been a frankly insane game. Alright, we have Parasaurus, we have Dora. We're just going to attack this and try and secure the win. I might even force a Sumo here. We'll see. But any kind of Sumo would do it. Oh. Also, any win to knock Kairol off that dealer position probably wins me the game here. Kairol needs to hand him to do it in one go. But, well, with Mono Sumos, I think we win, so... In fact, we definitely win. Kairol's going to lose more points than we do, so it doesn't matter how big this hand is. That's just really unfortunate. Richipatsu. 26, and that is the game. Well, that was a thing. That was a thing. Alright, so I've gone 60 points up in this, which is useful. It hasn't quite undone everything I've had up to this point. And, yeah. That's still a thing. I've still lost 50 points over the last 4. Anyway, yeah, that was fun. I hit Yakuman Yakuman Tenpai and Yakuman Ishanten after about 3 in one game. Oh, that was nice. I'm gonna have to... Sorry. I'm just going to have to show you the log of this one because this went a bit nuts. So, yeah, show nickname. Why not? Alright, so let's go and find the relevant hand here. So this was... Where were we? I don't remember which hand it was. Yeah, Mono won this before we got a chance to. So yeah, this was the awesomeness that I started with. So the progression here is kind of fairly simple here. I drew a pair, so I now had 4 pairs of honor tiles going. Mono decides to play the first one. Of course I call. At this point, I'm looking at Honit's. What was I looking at? I clearly was going all in for this. Especially when he gave me the second one. So yeah, they gave me that. Mono then, usefully, gave me the third one. And yeah. That was, yeah, I apologise for this, but there was no way I wasn't going for a Yakuman after this point. I got close. I think at one point I had the ability to go south-north before the reach, and then I think I had to fold out the south just to be safe. So that was where I gave up on it. Yeah, if you get all 7 honours, that would be a Yakuman, because it's all honours. But still. Oh boy. Anyway. Anyway, we have 3 people currently waiting, so assuming there's nobody else who wishes to jump in, I shall probably do that. I would probably prefer to observe a game, actually, given my last one, but we'll see if it happens. Oh, and of course, the Suanko Tenpai, but that was just a late, last-minute lunge that I couldn't justify folding. But, yeah, no, I hit 2 Yakuman. I had 2 Yakuman chances. Genuine Yakuman chances, of course. Can I get a pause? You can, in fact, get a pause. Well, I think I'm going to have to join this game, so it is basically the same 3 people, except Piffles has joined us rather than Chiral. There we go. Random seat and start. Well, let's see if this continues on in the same vein as the last one. We kind of need it to. Would you believe my overall plan for that Hanshan was basically to try and just be quick and aggressive and try and close cans early? That was the game plan and thought process going in. Go to tournament mode and just try to play for quick nonsense tappy tap hands, and then yeah, that happens. Oh boy. Let me know when I can start the. Let me know when I can start the other game off. Anyway, we got 2 Dora and a pair of off wins, so let's see. Okay, that's useful enough. Cut the 7. Probably. I'm too attracted to the big hands, and to be fair, that even showed up towards the end of the game there when I was just overplaying everything. As somebody mentioned, I made a really... I was Tenpai, so the Khan was always probably going to happen, but I shouldn't have got to a stage where I should have got to that point where the Khan was even an option. 3 calls down against what was 4 other calls at the time, and yeah, that was overplaying massively from 20,000 in the lead. Because it wasn't as if even Lily wasn't that low. She was on 16,000 at that point. Yeah, generally what I consider tournament method, which is clearly how I should be playing the game. In all honesty, just going immediately for quick 1,000-point hands to move the game on. Not dealing in is very important, absolutely. Do I want to pause the other game? I'm not going to take that. Okay, so 1 call from Lily. Okay, no worries. Rep restored. Okay, so we have double Dora. Play the 4. Oh yeah, sure. It got you 2nd place, so that was good. That was good enough in many ways. Right, 2. We can play that. So we're hoping to get a 7 here, but then we'd have to risk the 5 so to go for things. Yeah, so that'd be Ipeko. Unfortunately, can't take that. And there are already 7s left. There's 1 7 left. This hand does not look likely at this point. And also 5 so against this looks really dodgy. So it's free pin actually. Alright, we're gonna cut the souths. We're not gonna risk this just yet. I might do some analysis on that game at some stage, just for my own personal benefit, but I mean, sometimes you have to. It never feels good, but sometimes you do have to. Alright, so we're assuming late game here. We can play 7 since we know it's safe. I don't want to, though. But mind you, we've only got 3 more draws left, so I'm going to play out 7 here, safe against 2 players, and then we'll see. But yeah, we need exactly the right 3 draws to get to Tenpai from here, so... Okay, Mono using some Dama shenanigans. Although, admittingly, might have been waiting for a better weight, and just incidentally that came up. Don't know how long he was in that for. Okay, this is a reasonable start. Yeah, fair. Okay, placed. So 2 whites. Okay, this is extremely good. We just need something connect to either the 3 or the 6, and we're away. I mean, pair of 3s isn't ideal, but we do need a pair if we're going to get the white dragons, so... It's fine. I'll probably get, as I say, I'm going to probably analyze it for my own time rather than do it as a video because I don't do those anymore. But you know, okay, very nice. But I'll definitely be curious to see how other people are playing that. So reach draw 1 potentially with white. Or we can cut whites now. Well, given we're not going to get the pin through anyway, I think I'm actually going to cut the 3 so's here and just see if we can get ourselves a more likely 2-sided weight rather than risk things. Probably end up getting the white calls now, but... And now we're back into the ability to help a white dragon just getting the 6 this time. Ah, dear. I would have loved to call for Tenpai, but that wouldn't actually be beneficial this early in the game. So a chance to actually get a reasonable hand here and just reach into these 2 calls. Yeah, there's definitely some bad fortune going on with Lily here. We'll see if she can make up for it here. North does nothing for us. Okay. So that potentially gives us some options. Yeah, let's go for this. So there's a pair, potentially a 3-sided pattern there, and I don't know. I really don't know. Alright. Cut the whites. This hand has gone nowhere. We're still 1 from Tenpai, but the hand's not actually improved. We just got round the houses with it. Oh, for God's sake. Alright, fine. I feel I'm deservedly punished for something with this. This was not well crafted at all. Oh boy. Well, 6-7 are both safe to mono, so I think that's our next sort of logical pattern with where things are going here. Yeah, I'm just folding at the 3rd row. Clearly, that's entirely what I'm doing. No. I was half tempted to think, alright, 4 draws left, can I go for the Shinitsu? The answer is no. But you'd be amazed how much I was thinking about that. Oh boy. I'm still on tilt from that last game. This is not ideal. Alright. We have 5 winners late in the game. Let's see what happens. Put some pressure on. If we actually win this, we don't deserve to, based on everything that's happened up to this point. Oh boy. Don't be anxious. There's almost no chance of me winning off what you discard here. Unless you want to play, unless you play something very risky. 5-so is bad. Dora West is interesting. Dora West was a wrong decision. Oh boy. Well, I might have regrets in a few moments. We'll see. Well, there's a 9. Carnage. Oh dear God, he hit Dora 8. Well, Piffles, what have you done to us? What have you done to us, Piffles? Oh, I played a free-so. Okay, fine. Thank God for that. Okay, that's how a game escalates once I've had no control over it. Oh boy. Reach with 3-2 to go just to get a Yaku so I could potentially win a hand. And then Dora 8 comes out of nowhere. Jeez. Okay. Oh well. I mean, the worst case is avoided. And we can breathe at last. One bit. Yeah. Fun though the possibility would be, I'm not going to just force it this early, even as dealer. Yeah, basically that. If you... Okay, so Piffle's attacking the dealer, which makes sense. I think we're just looking for a Tanya with this, in all honesty, but we'll see how things go. I think Tanya repeat. We're only 42 down on mono, so... Mono's attacking as well, which again makes sense. South, not ours. Is Mono's, but still had to try that, I think. So, okay. Not calling for that possibility now might be a mistake. We'll see. Got to play the 7 though. Last chance. Ah, God darn it. Alright. Potentially come back with this though. 4. So that would allow us to do 2 free. No. Good news is, if he's sumoing, he's got South only at the moment. Maybe South and 1. He could potentially have White Dragons, but that's the best he's got at the moment. So it's a cheap hand to steal the dealership. It's not anything I need to worry too much about. I will check the discard after the stream. I'm not doing that yet. Okay, 5. Problem is we need that free 6 to work. Also a 7, which is a Suji, but still not ideal. Gotta take it. Yeah, okay, that was a risky one, but we had to go for it. So 4 tile tempo. 2 safe. It's now just a free 6. I think Yeah, I know, but there's multiple things that could be against us, and I think Lily's got the biggest hand at this point. We sumoed anyway. It was a risk. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I feel we would have lost a lot more points had Lily have finished. Just the impression I got was the hand was quite valuable going after this. I don't know. No, you're probably right, but again, I think that Lily had a more valuable hand than it seemed, so I don't know. I felt the attack was worth it on that justification. Sure. You're not wrong. Anyway, we have a repeat, we have the lead. Okay, one he's played, 5, 7, 8. This is a good shape here. Depends where we're going to get the early green. Well, the last green, I suppose, as it actually is now. Or even if we need it. Pair of 9s, alright. Maybe 7. I mean, this is the thing. A lot of it's how it feels at the time, rather than necessarily a hard, fast rule. Because there are very valid arguments on both, and every game is going to have varying answers on whether the correct one is. Often, it can only be determined what the best answer was at the end of the game. Because if they've gone for a bluff 1,000 point hand, then it absolutely was incorrect to fold. But if they managed to luck into Ura free and nonsense, then it was absolutely the wrong decision to keep going. It's, we have 3, 4, 5 Sanchku as a potential thing here. So that gives us another option. But, you don't know. It'd be nice to actually pull off a Sanchku one of these times. I keep mentioning it as a... Oh, jeez. Alright, Riichi Sanchku. Riichi Sanchku Dora. This might be overkill, but honestly, this feels like if we pull this off, this is a hand that can actually aggress us into a winning state. Oh, sure. But we don't deal with infinite games. We're dealing with the game as is. So, 9-pin green dragon. Let's see. No. The game does not want you to win a hand. I'm playing so many middle tiles. And we take the win off Piffles. So Riichi, Dora, Sanchku is Mungan. If we hit 2, we only hit 1. That's it. We hit 2, we hit the Hanneman there, but Mungan from dealer is enough. That puts us up into the 40k range, and from here, we can try and ride out the game. Or we can try and just win, depending on how things go. Indeed. Ow. But if you'd played the green, it would have been Hanneman. Alright, so 2 pairs. This isn't a great hand for just going for a dealer attack. West repeat. Oh, Lily. We wouldn't mind a West repeat. Alright, 9-pin. So I think this game's going to just be control where the Dora are and just play out and hope. I mean, if the hand improves to something, then fine. But we'll most likely be going for. Well, I don't know with this. With pair of 9s, maybe not. Alright, Mono is fed up and just attacking. Mono could still actually... We're still in East 3, so the game was by no means over. The only equation that the game would be over in is if we could... if Piffles deals into a Mungan here, or if we can hit a free-hand hand off him. Okay, triplet of the 7s. So maybe we could get 9s and go for Tanyo, I suppose. throw white now. Right, having just seen what you posted me, I get that it's a possible Itsu, but that wasn't the most exciting of possible Itsus. It's a potential possible Itsu that looks exciting, I'll be honest. Just for comparative of what he's actually showed me. Dip. It looks very exciting, I'm not denying. South. I was about to say, if he actually had the Chinitsu on top of that, that is just a ridiculous thing. Yeah, absolutely. 9 gates is the impossible dream. But okay, there we go. That would have done it. Okay, I guess we're gonna cut the 9s and go for Tanyo here, since we've drawn Dora. Good news is drawing Dora means at the very least we're denying one potential Dora that's elsewhere. So. I mean, if you draw another one here. Okay, we did draw another Dora. So we know where 2 of the Dora are. 6 remaining. Less useful information than it might appear, I guess. So, what are we building towards then? I mean, we would have heard if he won it at that point. Alright, so reach on the 7. I think we're going to just cut 2 and play safe here. It could be a big hand, but we've got a big enough lead now that we can probably afford for somebody else to win. Okay. Prefer it not to be mono. Mono is now showing... No, mono's only showing 1 and a call. I'm reckoning double Yakuhai. Maybe Toy at best, so it could still be Mungan. But I don't think it's Honitsu with what they've played. And are still playing, so yeah. We'll see. We have multiple safe tiles against Piffles if we have to worry about that. I mean, if you got to the Chinitsu with upgrade, you're already out of Baiman. You need 3 to get to Sun Baiman. So on the value perspective, I don't think you're getting that much benefit from it. But again, fear is a relevant factor. If you can convince people you've got a genuine monster of a hand, they might be more inclined to fold. Equally, though, if they know it's a genuine monster, they might be more inclined to attack it to try and stop you getting it. Oh dear, that could work against you. All right, we're gonna have to play the 7 here because I've got nothing else that works. Mono is Carning, putting more value on the board, which you don't approve of. They've discarded that though, so fine. And Hibbles are going to be quite happy with it. We can now play the 7-man again. And if we get an extra draw, we can play 7-man. Okay, 2-player Empire. I mean, it's a good hand, but it's a mono hand. But I'm perfectly happy with the result of that. There's a lot of points in the middle. Okay, 1 and 4. So if we can pair up the north, then we're in for a quick attack. We'll see. South start. Second turn reach from mono, or are you just posing for the sake of it? No Ipatsu for you. Problem is I've got Doran flashing up in my hand here, but... Nice. I prefer this result. Yeah, sooner or later somebody will have your tiles. Too safe to that reach. So we're hoping on Piffles having a better hand than Mono here, or at least being more lucky. We've got a pair of ones if we wanted to our absolute evacuation side, because it means Mono's on a single wait for him. Could still be a thing. Also, that is a... There we go. Sumo will do. So that extends our lead, no matter how big the hand is. 27. Alright, not the worst, but Mono also lost 1,000 points from that. Yeah. Especially if it's a middle tile. Okay, so we've hit Yakuhai and additional pairs. Not enough to make this a Honitsu hand at the moment, but we'll see. 13,000 is the lead. Mono has one more dealer turn left unless we can knock out Piffles before that starts. Which is mean to say, but that is my best route for victory right now. Although Piffles now has 14,000, so it's a little more difficult. Good draw. Okay. Alright, now the Honitsu looks a lot more likely. Yeah, we're going to take this Honitsu. It's obvious, but that very nature of it being obvious should hopefully help us actually manage it in a weird way. Or at the very least means people are going to have to work around it. The last time I started with this, I had an all-on as nonsense. Yeah, it's not happening this time, though. So technically Tenpai, but for a 10, so no. So we need a high Pinzu, really. That doesn't do it. Just a few tens of denying things is probably reasonable. Okay, so we can go 8 pin, we can go 9. Okay, I'm deciding to go for it anyway. We know green's fine. So 3 pin, 7 pin, 8 pin. 6 pin will do. Remember, we can also win on a 6 if it comes to it. We don't have to win on a Pinzu tile. Alright, the attack continues. White's live and it's Dora. Oh, that makes this awkward. I might have to risk it. Yeah. Figured I was going to deal in. We could have played the 7, but that would have taken us out of Tenpai. Still, it starts exactly the same way we did last time. We deal into a small hand on Mono. I can live with that. Moves the game on, moves us on. Yeah, 6 was arguably a little safer, but takes us a step away from things, I think. Or a step too far. Green. Alright, Mono's in quick attack mode, which is fine. We unfortunately can't follow him into it with this hand that easily, I don't think. Okay, Piffles with pair of beasts. Okay, everybody's had the quick attack message go through. Okay, let's see. So now up against free calls. 9 pin. Okay, Mono's gone for ridiculous things. Have you not watched any of the Soul games? This is more anime girl Mahjong rather than strip Mahjong, but you know. This is just the client we've been on for a while. Oh, then. No, he doesn't have it. We knew he didn't have it. Calling that doesn't actually progress us that far. We'd have to risk the red. Okay, hold off. Well, let's risk it anyway. Alright, so Mono did get it. But he's given us the tile that we need, and also has progressed somebody Lily. So I've pressed 2. Well, this is all very interesting, but I'm going to play a free man here. I'm up against 7 calls. We're not big on continuing this one unless we can sneak our way in. That being said, we are enchanted. It's not impossible for us to do that. No. Okay, 8 so it is. Double Dora, though. Generally good. Debbie's actually going to be here in next week. Piffles with the dealing, so that's fine. That actually bails me out of things a little bit. Alright, Nearmungan for Lily. And we have our dealer turn. So, if we can pull an 8,000 win off Piffles, we actually win here. Which might be what we target. We'll see. Okay, hand's not abysmal. Needs a bit of luck to work, though. Don't think we're going to get much help from anybody else in terms of triplet calls. But, if we can pair up either of these in the very early stages... Please nobody kill me. Why would you think we would kill you, except for the fact that I want to? We do need to put up a driving stream at some stage. This is true. We have not driven things in anger in some time. I thought it was red. I should probably have followed up one of these two, but well, this one more than the east. I don't think anybody else wants the east at this stage. We'll see. I have no Dora though, so I don't think I'm going to have the value to knock Piffles out unless I get extremely fortunate with what I get in the next few draws. Well, speak for yourself. I've admitted I want to defeat him in game. So... So, Tanya Toy Toy is a thing we could attempt. But again, we'd need to get more of these done. It depends how much money's going to chase us here. Yeah. Well, I've had no opportunity for acceleration, but I probably would still take it if we had. Nice. So it's been a day for near Yakumans on this stream, I've got to be honest. Yep, can't say no to that. Alright, Piffle's debating a call, didn't take it. Alright, reach across. Well, we can go for 2 for the moment for safety. Actually, I could have made 3 as well. Didn't make a difference, but I suppose this gets us close to a hand faster. Okay, 7 pins is a good draw. Okay, so that gives us pair and pair. Unfortunately, neither of those pairs are definitely safe against this. 2 is. I guess that means the 5 is our most likely thing to try for at the moment. 6 and 8 don't really qualify. 2, 2. Okay, we'll risk 1. Oh, that's annoying. I think I'm out. Oh, I don't want to be out, but I think we got to fold that. Well, now I'm just tempted to call that for the sake of it, but alright. The worst scenario, I guess, is mono winning. Especially the Ipatsu's like that. Alright, so mono actually takes the lead with his Ipatsu, unfortunately. God, it's a Hanneman as well. Jeez. Okay, so it's a huge lead for him then. So I need a Mungan in the final hand to take the win. Gonna be awkward. So best shot of us getting there at this stage is just going for the Chanter Sanchku. But in all honesty, Riichi Sanchku is probably as good as we're going to manage. So Riichi Sanchku, hope we get lucky, I think. Riichi Sanchku and white would be fine, I guess. Problem is we're playing middle tiles against mono as well. That he's likely to take if he can get them. So, oh boy, this is going to be tricky. We also have a 95 gap to Lily to worry about, so it's still possible for us to fall to third here, so we can't really mess around forcing the hand that we want. We might have to try and go for a hand that works rather than that. Play west. So what are our alternate options, I guess? Tanyo, Toy Toy, Dora. Having drawn it. Okay. I guess that's one option we could go for. Outside hand for not a lot of value and we'll take second. Not what I wanted and not what I was planning for, but we didn't really have another route in. Well, mono can extend his lead further then. Because I think overall he has today. Anyway, I'm going to call that a stream, I think. Unless there's other games or other people that want games here, because I'm probably going to head off to bed. I'm happy to start another one off or just put it onto auto for the moment. I do take those. Again, not ideally, not what I wanted, but hey, gotta take it. Although we are getting to the sharp end of the tournament now, so who knows. Anyway, auto queuing is on if people want to continue with matches. I will count them towards the results when it happens, and yeah, I will thank you all for joining us and say until the next time then. Yeah, you definitely didn't deserve that, Mono. You did not deserve that. Until next time.